Peace be upon you and God's mercy and blessings. In this video, we will learn about why we use mixed method studies, also known as mixed methods. Of course, mixed method studies are studies that combine quantitative and qualitative research used simultaneously in different ways, as we will see in other videos. So, when are the appropriate situations to use mixed method studies, or what is known as mixed methods? Mixed method studies are used first if the study includes a quantitative part and a theoretical or qualitative part, known as qualitative and quantitative. The quantitative part is called quantitative, and the theoretical part is called qualitative. Sometimes the purpose of the study is to generalize the findings more broadly, and to explain these results, mixed methods are used. Sometimes there is a need or desire to understand or interpret certain phenomena related to the research topics. Mixed methods are also used, and sometimes it is not possible to find answers through qualitative or quantitative studies alone. For example, quantitative studies can be conducted, but it may not be possible to obtain the complete picture. Therefore, it is necessary to conduct interviews with a group of people to extract additional or more detailed information, and sometimes to provide different or supplementary points regarding what is known in this particular research topic. All right, this is the study known as the different or mixed study. What are the points at which mixing or combining occurs? Of course, there are several points where mixing can take place, including the following. The research question may include both a quantitative and a qualitative part. These points can sometimes involve mixing at other stages, such as the method of data collection. The data collection method may include a quantitative part with numbers and a qualitative part, such as interviews or observations. Sometimes mixing occurs in the statistical analysis. For example, the quantitative analysis involves statistical tests, while in qualitative analysis, for example, thematic analysis is used, right? Thematic choices are made according to the topics. Sometimes the mixing happens in the way the results are interpreted. Tests or the quantitative method. Results are usually interpreted in a way that is more based on certain facts. However, in studies or the qualitative part of the research, results are interpreted according to what was mentioned by the participants. Also, the way the research is conducted sometimes involves initial points or new points. Qualitative research studies are typically used for this purpose, and then, after a specific theory or hypothesis is formulated and established, quantitative studies are used. However, at various stages of the process there is often a degree of significant confusion between the points. This is about whether it is a new point or a point that has been used previously. The method of sampling in quantitative studies is usually done in a certain way, either probabilistically or in some cases in a non-probabilistic way, but usually in studies, in quantitative studies, samples are taken using what is known as purposive sampling, the purposeful sample. If both types of samples are taken in the same study at the same time, then it is considered a mixed method study. All the points mentioned are examples of how quantitative and qualitative studies can be mixed at the same time. Therefore, this approach is commonly referred to today as a mixed method or a mixed study, because it specifically includes two distinct and complementary components. One part is derived from quantitative research studies, while the other part is drawn from theoretical or qualitative studies. Thank you all very much for your time and attention.